Hey Technofreaks, Techno here, and welcome to Tech's Top 10, the community top 10 series where you guys are the stars. And we are kicking things off with one of the hardest things to even do in this game, and that is top 10 triple kills. So let's get into it with some honourable mentions. So we start off with Midnight Aaron, with this great bit of X-Def play. After falling for an earthen eruption bait, resulting in getting incapped first, shortly followed by his teammate, this is a bad situation. Luckily the Cecil still has full health, so Aaron dusts himself off and goes into nullifier mode to try and prevent some EX skills, hits Van going for the same counter again, with Maelstrom incapping him as he switches to Hexa mode to try and get some debuffs. Luckily his teammate's sheer bravery falls on him, allowing him to get into position and win the game with one final Maelstrom. Good stuff. Now the reason this is an honourable mention is that although Aaron takes out all three guys, it wasn't an exact triple kill. As to qualify as a triple kill, all three have to be eliminated by one attack. But it was too good not to show, and it solidifies the saying, if in doubt, Maelstrom, Maelstrom, Maelstrom. Our second honourable mention goes to Lost Clockwork with this crazy Cecil triple kill. So pay attention to this Tenebrous Blast. After firing it off at the Cloud, the orb just starts to hunt him relentlessly. As the Cloud goes to get away, Lost Clockwork brings him down with a gravity orb. Then this happens. That's right, another Cloud dashes into the blast, triggering it off, taking the entire team with him. Now you really got a feel for both the Cloud that tried his best to get away, and the Cloud that dashed in there with an incap on his mind. It's one of those, you see blue numbers, you want to go for that incap, but you have to keep your cool and you can't ignore the dangers in front of you. Speaking of ignoring the dangers in front of you, that allows us to segue ourselves right into number 10 with Edda311 showing off some Cloud-based overkill. After landing a mighty limit-breaking Omnislash and summoning Shiva, Edda sets his sights just to go ham. He lands a Cyclone Rush on both the Tidus and the Onion Sage at the same time, getting a double break, boosting his bravery to 5048. But he is not done there. After a questionable lag miss on Tidus, he turns his sights onto the Onion Knight. After a miss on Omnislash and an amazing Braver Arrows of Rapture combination, he lands the Omnislash, earning him a 9,999 triple kill, the highest number of BP you could get. Sheer overkill. For number 9 we have 13th Deity using a Vortex Firion, and he starts off well, linking up with the Dancer Barts on his team before catching the enemy Barts mid-Dragoon, building his BP. He then tops that off by incapping said Barts, giving them a 2-stock lead. Now keep your eye on the Lightning as she will have an important role to play in this. Fast forward to near the end and it looks like 13th Bart's friend is about to be taken out by the Lightning, but lo and behold, okay, so there was a lot going on there. 13th Deity's Barts should have been taken out there. But look, as the Lightning goes for the kill, the enemy Bart lands his Samurai HP attack, wasting her efforts, allowing 13th to come in and get that sweet triple kill, giving him 4 kills and an assist, solidifying that number 9 spot. At number 8 we have Vile MK2, using a Lord of Arms Firion, showing the power of radar awareness. After a beautiful rendition of "Gonna go crack the core, gonna go crack the core, gonna go crack the core," the match starts with Vile rushing the Lightning. He told me he didn't go for the Sephiroth due to him being AFK, something that almost bit him in the butt. But he gets the upper hand. He goes and looks to continue attacking. He switches from Boomerang Axe into Gelid Wand and Ground Pound to block the Sephiroth looking for revenge, before continuing his assault. He instinctively dodges the Sephiroth again coming in and goes for Boomerang Axe, then goes for Searing Volley catching the Lightning, then knocking them both away with Bullseye. Then finally lining up all three for a Lord of Arms triple kill. I mean, that's just impressive to be so aware of the area and the radar to pull all that off. That's just amazing. At number 7 we have Brave Fantasy with Noctis running Shooting Star. So far it just seems normal. He's building up BP, then he casts Bindinger, the EX skill that holds people in place for a short amount of time. He goes for Shooting Star but gets interrupted by Kane's Fang and Claw. Then, in the words of Macho Man, yeah! Bindinger hits all of them, boosting him to 4 KBP and keeping everyone still for that game-winning Shooting Star. The sodium levels alone after that is enough to give this that number 7 spot. At number 6 we have Greed 6 LOL, and this one has some commentary, so I'm going to let them speak.
Oh, big one.
I'll fight. What? Oh, I'm not even in. What's going on?
Oh sh.
Oh well, I'm out, I guess.
That's right, before the fight even begins, it tries to establish connection. And this goes on for a while, about 38 seconds. Now I'm keeping the video in its entirety because it's necessary to the placement. So let's get back to Greed.
Oh, yep, you disconnected. Great.
I've been getting disconnected a lot.
That was an HP attack, and it's still on the field. What the f?
Emperor has some crazy HP attacks. But they're all like,
what the fuck? I got a triple kill!
That's right, I added the timers to show this, but yes, the Garland completes the fight in just 23 seconds. And the reason it's up this high is because the connection establishment lasted 15 seconds longer than the actual match. Also, the reaction is just great.
but they're all like,
what the fuck? I got a triple kill!
At number 5 we have Ocha Strife, playing Ramza running Shirigiden. Chibi-Raiden. So Ramza is running Chijiriden. It's all pretty smooth until he finds himself 2 men down. But he is on full health. He proceeds to block the Lightning's Army of One EX skill, which puts his shield nearly into the red, so he won't be able to rely on blocking anymore. The enemy starts to gank him and it doesn't look good, but then he pulls off the last gasp Chijiriden to seal the deal. I think it takes some real composure to pull out the win like that. At number 4, if you thought Greed LOL was fast, take a look at Debbie Rookie, running Slice and Dice Tidus. It's so fast that I'll leave the commentary till after the clip. So let's break it down. The match starts and Debbie dashes in. He hits Sephi with a Sonic Buster, sending him flying, then follows up with a lean and launch, timing it just so he avoids the guard part of Scintilla, and wall rushing him, followed by another Sonic Buster knocking him away, and finally going in with a Slice and Dice as Sephi goes for another Scintilla, catching everyone else. Game over, thank you for coming. Seriously, this was one of the most imposing plays I have seen. It takes the right amount of timing and offensive mind games to just make that Sephiroth look like a total noob. The triple kill was the icing on the cake, but what impressed me more was the time. 17 seconds. And even more, all that was done in 1 dash gauge. Plus, it's hard to beat a triple kill so fast it fixes time. Was that an FF8 reference? At number 3 we have X-Link 14 showing some real setup play with his Vaughn, running Red Spiral and Pyroclasm. The match sees him doing what Vaughn does best, chaining HP attacks to gain his concurrences. So he manages to connect a Red Spiral on each member of the enemy team, and things are going pretty well, until he trades a Pyroclasm to Garland for a Black Materia from Sephiroth. As this happens, his Ultimecia is taken out by Lord of Arms, and Garland goes for Blaze. He charges Pyroclasm, and the Pyroclasm hits all 3 resulting in 3 getting caught in a concurrence, taking his bravery past 3400 BP for the triple kill. And although the lightning got taken out, her sacrifice played a great part in this.
You just hit all 3 of them at once?
Yes, I did.
At number 2, we may have some Final Fantasy IX bias from me, but here's Bio Knight Shadow with a Miracle Ultima from Kuja.
I'm leaving you to die. We could use another pair of hands. Come here now.
It's just one of those hardish to hit moves, and the way he does it is great. And what goes on in the video as a whole makes the moment, so he already is in a bad situation, as they have only 1 life left, and his Ultimecia gets knocked to low health, as the enemy Noctis has enough BP to incap Bio's Cloud, but Noctis dodges cross slash into Ultima as it hits all 3 guys, leading to the triple kill. Say what you will, but that's a game-saving Miracle Ultima if I've seen one.
Another pair of hands. Come here now.
And finally at number 1, we have Pedro Brazil IRU with a 2-for-1 deal, as this match is a best 2 out of 3 match, playing as Cecil running Paladin Force. After a close match, Pedro's team take the first round. It's on to round 2, and after going for a Paladin Force, Pedro gets interrupted and his team get taken out by Raphael Killer 57 with a sweet round winning Thunderfall, making it 1-1. And now it's here where our number 1 is solidified. In the 3rd round, lightning strikes twice as Raphael incaps Pedro for the first stock. Not long after that, Pedro is taken out again by the enemy Cloud's cross slash. As if things couldn't get any worse, lightning strikes for a 3rd time and Pedro is now left with just 106 HP. So he is just 1 HP attack away from losing this whole thing. He connects Radiant Wings, goes for Paladin Force, and then what a finish! From literally being down and out, he lands possibly one of the hardest triple kills in the game to seal the deal and win the whole thing. I said about composure from Ocha Strife, but Ocha had full health, and it was his team that were initially incapped. To come back from being triple killed, then being taken out twice, and left with a sliver of HP to pull and keep going and getting the victory is why I love this game, and I want it to thrive. If that's not number 1 spot worthy, I don't know what is. Good work, Pedro. Good work. Okay guys, that's it for this episode of Tech's Top 10. If you like what you've seen and you want to see more, feel free to like, subscribe, hit the bell thingy, and share with your friends. And if you want to watch my breakdowns, click the left box thing that shows up at the end of the video. And if you are looking to feature on Tech's Top 10, post a link for your video on my Twitter or Facebook page links shown here, or look for my posts on the Dissidian subreddit or GameFAQs. As for the next top 10, I feel we should promote the team-based aspect of the game. So what I want to see from you guys is the top 10 team plays. But until that day, this has been Techno Odin. Take care!